Welcome to Optimal Timelines. I am your guide, Sean, in helping you to connect to your most optimal future timeline. So it's that time again. It's time for our monthly Tarotscope readings for June 2022 for the North Nodes by sign and house. Now, if you're unfamiliar with your North Node, there's going to be a link in the description box below where you can get some more information. And again, the reason I use your North Node by sign and house as opposed to your sun, moon, or ascendant sign is it's recognized in astrology that your North Node is your North Star. It's the path that you should be moving towards and learning in this lifetime. So let's get started on the readings. This is going to be your monthly Tarotscope readings for June 2022 for everybody with their North Node in Capricorn and or the 10th house. And while I'm shuffling and connecting with the energies, I want to invite you to take some deep breaths, close your eyes if you're able to, just kind of open up your energy field to receive any information that's going to be, most relevant to your life. So I'm going to connect to the energies and we can begin. I call upon my spirit guides and guardians and the wisdom of my ancestors to bring forth the information that's true and correct for all who see this reading, that it may bring them the most beautiful, happy life possible and set them on their most optimal future timeline. So may it be. Okay, North Node in Capricorn and or the 10th house. Okay, the spread on this side of the table represents the first half of the month from the 1st to the 15th, and this side represents the second half of the month from the 16th on. I did a book divination for all the North Nodes again with the great book Astrology for the Soul by Jan Spiller. And what came up for you North Nodes in Capricorn and or the 10th house was the ability to recognize opportunities and seize opportunities. Recognize opportunities and seize opportunities. And the weird thing, not weird, it's just interesting that, okay, with your South Node in Cancer, okay, and or the 4th house, emotional security, physical security, good feelings, warm, fuzzy feelings are like very important to you. And the way to get more security in your life is actually to go in a direction that seems insecure. Now, what I mean about seizing opportunities, okay, when you have this North Node in Capricorn, and or the 10th house North Node, you are being directed in this lifetime to move toward success in the world, meaning mastering something, mastering a skill, becoming successful. That could be in the business world, not necessarily, but becoming very, going toward work, discipline, moving towards success. And a lot of you, when I said this, the whole Cancer 4th house thing, it's not something that for a lot of people with their North Node in Capricorn, it's not something that they desire. In other words, the success part, okay? But here's the thing. A lot of you that have this placement, excuse me, with your South Node in Cancer or the fourth house, have had could have experienced really insecure situations in your past in relationships, in family situations growing up, and you still may be experiencing that, like instability in those situations. And if you haven't had that, you're either going to have this energy too, which is feeling like you're being pushed or prodded out into the world, out into the scary world, or being like you're feeling is like, even if you're not experiencing direct insecurity, it's like feeling pushed or prodded toward a life of, making something of yourself and going out and into success. And I get it. It's not easy. It's not comfortable because it's not your first instinct. Now, the way I think it's going to play out this first half of the month, what do I mean by recognizing and seizing opportunities? It could literally be, for example, you overhear a friend say something about, hey, there's an investment opportunity of this. And let's just this is one quick example. Let's say you do have a little, cash available or something, or even just in investing your time. There's this great investment, and, if you do this, you could make money or become successful, and what it is with this North Node, little it's like what I would see the energy of fishing, the universe throws stuff, opportunities to you, trying to get you to bite, trying to get you to recognize, bite, and being hooked in a good way, pulling you toward more success. Okay, if you take that opportunity and seeing it, okay, it could be, yes, in business, in finances, in actual success in life. But not only that, in the first half of the month, what I'm seeing is this is going to play out in personal relationships, recognizing an opportunity in personal relationships. And if you recognize that opportunity and have the wisdom to see it, it's going to bring you to a better place in that relationship, in relationships in general. Now, I see that there is a situation that this first half of the month where in this personal relationship, whether it be family, friend, work, or romantic relationship, I see that it's going to be, you're dealing with a situation where the person could be mean, they could be cold, they could be distant, everything opposite of warm, fuzzy Cancer. There also could be a situation where you're dealing with someone there could be addiction involved somewhere in this. And as I always say, addiction doesn't just mean substances or drugs, okay, drugs or alcohol. It could be addiction to a way of being, like a personality disorder, or an addiction to the internet. I mean, porn, gaming, I mean, whatever it is, there's some sort of difficult thing that you're dealing with. And what's going to happen is there is going to be an opportunity that you're going to want to recognize to help you in your life in whatever, this is going to be, for some people, it's more dramatic than others. It could be a lot milder than what I just said, But there's in this relationship, there's going to be an opportunity where you're going to have to recognize it and have the wisdom to recognize it to move forward. And it's going to give you the answer. But what it's going to require is two things. Well, three things. Recognizing it, seizing the opportunity, and then the third part, which is part of seizing it, is like having the guts and strength to move in that direction. I can guarantee you, if you recognize the opportunity in this situation, this first half of the month, if you recognize it and you seize it, it's going to get you to a better place. It's going to get you to a lot better place. And you are going to see the results very quickly after you do those three things. Recognizing, seizing, and then moving forward with that, okay? It's going to get you to a better place and you're going to see results right away. I don't know how it's going to play out for each one of you, but I do know it's going to be on the emotional realm and in personal relationships. Yes, work, friends, family, or romantic, okay? Somewhere in there. And it could be multiple. Just remember this first half of the month and moving forward, look for opportunities to help your life, okay? Because these breadcrumbs of opportunities, these fishing lines, are constantly going to be thrown out to you. Because with the energy of your North Node, you're either going to be drawn in, the universe is going to draw you in, but it also does prodding and pushing. Like, for example, a mother or father pushing you. Why aren't you more successful? Why don't you go get married? Why aren't you having kids? Why aren't you doing something with your life? Like all of these things you could have felt pushed by people in your life, people that are authority figures in your life, okay? So when you're able to recognize that, and don't be afraid to move forward in like success, okay? Now, the second half of the month, I do feel like this could be a carryover of the situation, but again, it's going to be emotional situations that you're dealing with again, and also it could be actually life goals. So two things, and they could be tied together. So a carryover for dealing with situations of interpersonal relationships, and it could be the second half of the month tied to your future goals. It's really good for you in this lifetime with this North Node to have goals, to have dreams, and wanting to move forward those dreams, move forward. And dreams that don't have to do with, comfort and safety of, family and home and all that, but like, big dreams. You're being told in this lifetime to dream big and move forward. So I think in the way this is going to play out is this is going to require you to look at things in a non-emotional way. So we're talking about using your head a little bit more than emotions, moving forward, seizing the opportunity, 8 of Wands, okay, moving forward quickly. And then the way you know you're going to be on track is, remember, our south nodes don't have to be hindrances. They're actually superpowers. They just have to be used intelligently. They have to be used sparingly, just like, a superhero using their superpowers. They cannot be misused. Your superpower, you are on track in your life when you emotionally feel good about a situation. Like and it's almost like what I'm getting is like a feeling of excitement. Okay. So again, you have to, there's going to be something to where you're going to be able to recognize there's a huge opportunity this second half of the month in personal relationships and your life goals, whatever those goals are. And this is about some of you, I feel like your own fears, Eight of Swords reverse, your own fears have been holding you back. And I feel like it's time to, like, it's almost like you've been your own worst enemy. And so it's time to let go of those fears. It's time to, move forward, and move forward bravely, and go for those goals that you want, okay? Because in this lifetime, you are rewarded for going toward goals that have to do with everything that has to do with Capricorn and the 10th house and the planet Saturn, okay? Discipline, hard work, success, all of that, you're being rewarded. And remember, as I always say with this North Node, when you get out of your comfort zone and out of your security zone, you will move toward more comfort and security in the long run than you will if you don't leave that zone, okay? So, a lot of stuff this month. I hope this reading resonated with you. Thank you so much for sharing some time with me and for watching, liking, sharing, and subscribing. And yes, if you could hit that like button, it takes a second. If you could do that, it really helps out. The algorithms would love you to do that. And if you'd like a personal reading, there'll be a link in the description box below. Would love to give more information about that. And yeah, go out there and have a great month. Also, reach out in the comments. I love to interact with you all in the comments. So again, thanks so much, and we'll see you on some more readings. Many blessings.